Welcome everybody to another episode of Cooking with Jim. Today we are cooking some risotto. I'm getting fancy with it. I got my rice and I'm also cooking some roasted Brussels sprouts with it. So I got my roasted Brussels sprouts, I got my rice, I got my onion. I'm adding a little bit of andouille sausage to it. Next, it is time to add a little bit of flavors that we're going. So let me get the salt and pepper. Bada bing, bada boom. I got my salt and pepper right here and here. Next is the butter. I got some butter right back here, but it's not going to be enough. I'm going to definitely need more butter. So let me go grab that real quick. Where you at, butter? If I don't have enough butter, that's okay. I'll make it work. What are you doing up there? Got my garlic. I got my Red Bull to fuel myself. Sugar-free to keep it healthy. So I'm going to be making a risotto with some andouille sausage mixed in and some roasted Brussels sprouts with a balsamic vinegar little drizzle on there. That's going to be delicious in my opinion. So you guys know the rules. For those of you tuning in for the first time, what the rules are is I will set a timer for 1 hour and I will give myself 1 hour to make the meal and then I will consume it for you. I will review it. It'll be great. And we just have a good time. A lot of good vibes in the kitchen, if I'm being honest. A lot of really good vibes. So without further ado, let me get the timer ready. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I can make an hour? Timer. 1 hour is set. Here we go. So first off, I'm going to start by boiling some water to get this water nice and hot. They say to add a lot of water to kind of get that going, but I'm also, before I even start on the risotto, I'm going to have to start getting into the Brussels sprouts because those will take about 45 minutes to kind of cook. So I'm going to get the water set, ready to boil, and then I'm going to start on the Brussels sprouts. That should be plenty of water. Let's get that going. Okay, that's all ready to go. Now it's time for the Brussels sprouts. Open them bitches up. Now, while they look big and intimidating, that won't last forever. So what you should do with Brussels sprouts is peel that first layer off. But I am going to keep that layer on because I think it builds character. You just want to look for all the imperfections and kind of just do what you can to get rid of them. Then I will be adding some olive oil on that bitch. Make sure you get plenty of oil on there. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to do some oregano and then some salt and pepper. Keep it nice and simple. Kind of let the flavor of the Brussels sprouts really come out and shine. Them bitches salted. In hindsight, the first thing I should have done is preheat the oven. Oh, yeah, welcome to UAB. For those of you who don't know, I'm rocking a mustache until end of the USFL season. So until after 4th of July. Let's get this preheat going. Fuck's the button. Bake at 425. Get that preheat going. Set these Brussels sprouts aside. The beard is gone. It's stash o'clock. Now it's time to kind of mess around with the risotto. Now, if I remember correctly, it all starts deep down in there. Wait, I know. If I remember reading correctly, first things first, I'm going to heat the pan over here that I got right over here. This is a smidge. I'm going to heat this pan up, add my onions to it once it's ready. Oh, we got our first guest in the house. Add them.
Look at the. Ooh,
what's up?
Look at that stash.
Oh, right? It's strong.
Oh, it's stash 30. That thing looks good.
It's stash o'clock, my friend.
So what are we making tonight?
We're making risotto and some roasted Brussels sprouts, courtesy of Welcome to UAB. It was his idea.
Ooh. Risotto,
that's
like
andouille sausage to add to the risotto. So I'm gonna get that sausage ready right now while I'm waiting for my pan to heat up. This is probably the fanciest thing I've ever made,
dish, isn't it?
What?
Risotto is like a rice type dish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like jambalaya, I think.
That's where I was going with the. Yeah, you're adding sausage. Okay, I imagine this is going to be spicy.
No, not really.
No.
At least from the recipe I was looking at, it's going to be kind of more subtle flavors. It's just going to focus on the rice a little bit.
Oh, so something I could consume.
Oh yeah, this one shouldn't be too spicy at all. I didn't even pick spicy andouille. I picked like some, just some smoked. It's gonna be pretty garlicky.
Well, you got the same olive oil bottle as all the cooks on TV. So I have to assume that you know what you're doing.
You have to assume that at the very least.
Yeah, presentation is everything, and you look professional. So.
Look the part, feel the part, be the part.
I feel like this is going to turn out well.
I think so too. Cutting up my onion right now. How do I want to do this? There we go. Get rid of the ends. Get that going out of the way. I don't need a ton of onion because it's just one person. I'm the only person eating this.
Oh, your fingers are going to smell like onions for days.
They'll smell like garlic more than anything.
Yep.
Okay. Chop this shit up. Chop your onion. Get a little teary-eyed thinking about the end of the USFL season that's only like 3 or 4 weeks away.
God, how did that happen?
Time flies. Time flies. Do you think Shea Patterson starts this week, by the way?
I don't see how.
They're trying to sit Slaughter.
That's ridiculous. I thought it was going to be Paxton Lynch.
No, Patterson's off the Panthers.
Yeah. So he can't start.
He could start for the Breakers.
When did that happen?
That was like a little. They picked him up off of waivers.
Oh, like immediately?
Yeah.
Oh, then he has to.
If they're trying to sit Slaughter for him to get healthy, they could start Shea Patterson against the Panthers tomorrow.
You gotta.
It'd be hilarious.
Yes.
Okay. My pan's still warming up.
They're all about entertainment.
My pan's still warming up. I know the first thing to do.
I didn't know he went to the Breakers. That's
Yep. He went to the Breakers and Loletta went to the Generals, I think.
Just in time to play Michigan. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a Shea Patterson revenge game.
Yes. That's my favorite angle is a revenge angle. That's better than a birthday angle.
So I'm going to wait for my pan to heat up a little bit more to throw my onions on there. Then I got to throw them in for about 5-6 minutes for them to get translucent. Then it's the garlic. Then it's the rice for a little bit. And then I start adding some white wine.
Ooh. We're going to saute our onions.
We will saute these onions. They'll be nice and translucent. Nice. And then the garlic will be easy because I got some minced garlic. So.
Oh, nice.
Let me throw these onions in there. Ooh, I hear that sizzle. Oh, good. Let me get my spoon. My spoonses. Oh, now this is what makes you feel like a real chef.
Yep. Absolutely. I like to flip an omelet like that, and then
I cannot flip an omelet to save my life.
admire.
Maybe that'll be next episode.
Once it's already folded, I can do it. Not when the upside is still all raw egg.
I will maintain my composure. To you, welcome UAB, everyone watching. I refuse, and I will continue to refuse to measure things out exactly. I just eyeball everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, cooking is all about feel. We can't get fractions involved.
So I get these onions nice. We're feeling it. We're getting good vibes here in the kitchen. We got another guy. Oh, that's patient. Everybody is loving this. I am surprised with how good the stash came out.
At my initial feeling was shock, and then immediately I was like, actually, that looks pretty good.
That was that was most people's opinions to see me. My boss at work was like, fucking hate you.
Not everybody can rock just the stash. You're in an elite tier with Tom Selleck.
I feel really good about it. I feel really, really good about this stash right now. It makes me feel really good about my life. Yep. I'm rocking it until USFL championship game.
Then what?
Then I'm just going to go back to the beard probably.
Yep.
That's where I feel most comfortable. We'll see though. Like that's a month away. Maybe by then I'll be a stash guy.
So what's the playoff situation? What's the structure there?
If the Stallions and the Generals win this week, they're locked in. And then it's right now, if the league were to end today, it'd be the Stars and the Breakers. The Breakers are kind of right there with the Bandits a little bit. The Stars don't really have too much competition because it's Michigan and Pittsburgh in that division.
Yikes. Like
so
I
the Stars are basically
Pittsburgh,
locked in for the playoffs.
I expected the Maulers to be terrible, and they are, but I kind of thought Michigan would make some plays. And
Paxton Lynch starting, who knows?
We had Chase Demore on Patriot Sports Radio. He got us all fired up about the Panthers. I'm like, oh, yeah, can't lose.
Didn't he get let go?
I'm not sure. He posted a video about working out and, not quitting, etc.
I think he might have gotten let go.
Motivational shit like that. He's like, you can tell he looks up to The Rock.
I just got to throw these Brussels sprouts in.
Really good kid, though.
He seems like a great guy. I just interviewed BJ Beatty from the X League.
Ooh, the X League. Hey, what happened with Mike Vick? He's not going to play now?
And fan controlled?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it. You got a question in here from Game On. Who do you have in the NBA game right now? Because I was catching a little bit of it, but I couldn't watch the end. I had the Heat.
I was going to bet the Heat, but then I heard they looked like shit coming off the bus, so I didn't. And I went with the Avs instead. And that worked out in the last 6 seconds. What a game. Dude, baseball has lost me to hockey because baseball is inaccessible and boring. I've watched a little college baseball, but that's just because I bet it. But hockey, like especially playoff hockey, is exciting as shit. Yeah, I've been watching these the Canes Rangers series and this Avs Blues series. All the games are awesome. Like
I think the Canes win it in 7.
It's marketed like shit. Like hockey's fun to watch. How is it not popular? And NBA,
Getting a little translucence there, so we're gonna add some garlic now.
Ooh. Just gonna spoon some in there.
Just gonna do a spoonful.
Love it.
That says to do it till it's fragrant. I'm gonna add the garlic and then I'm gonna add the rice.
A
add a little
loving
bit more oil,
spoonful
too.
of garlic.
I'm gonna add a little bit more oil.
Boy, how long do? Oh, there they are. Okay. Now I see comments. Is that game still going on? Ooh. I won a couple bucks on something. I love when I log in and my balance is different.
We're coming
That's always
along, boys. I'll throw my rice here in about 2 seconds.
I've been doing really well on hockey.
We're doing good on USFL, but have you seen the trend in the USFL that I think the last 6 or 8 overs have happened?
I'm always late on the trends in the USFL, it seems like.
They've been killing it with these overs.
Yep. I wanted to get in on the unders right when it started, but none of these offshore books had them until like week 3.
Time to add the rice, boys.
Oh, now it's getting serious. Is that rice already cooked?
Nope. I mean, maybe. I don't really know how it works. I don't think so. No, it's best choice rice. It's not pre-cooked.
So what's it soaking up?
The oil, mostly.
Oh, okay.
And then once it gets nice and toasty, I'm adding the wine.
Okay. Hey, this is going to be quite a dish, Jim. I was just going to hang out for about 30 minutes, but I got to see this through.
Oh, this is going to be a really intense one. So this rice is going to get nice and toasty here in a little second. It takes about 2 minutes. And then I'm going to add the wine about 3/4 of a cup at a time. I'm going to kind of eyeball that, add a little bit at a time, let it pop off. Actually, that's not what it said for the wine. It said for the wine, add about like a cup or 3/4 of a cup to get that flavor. Let that cook off, and then I have water right here to add.
Just to finish the rice off.
To like actually cook the rice. And I got some Parmesan cheese to add in there too.
Ooh. I throw that in all kinds of stuff. Like if I'm breading something, I'll sprinkle some Parmesan in with the breadcrumbs. I throw it on a pizza. Big Parmesan guy. When I was a kid, I would just go to the fridge and eat handfuls of that shit.
This is probably the first one where I actually have to pay attention the whole time in it, because it says to like, you got to constantly be stirring the rice. Okay.
I'm stirring it.
I think it's time to add a little bit of this wine.
So it don't stick. Now, if anybody was listening, they would know that a risotto was getting made, and they would even have the time and the address thanks to her.
So you add the wine, and then you let the wine cook off, and then you start adding the water in.
Yeah, you got to cook the alcohol off of the wine.
So I added the wine. I'm letting it kind of cook off while I stir it. I'm going to have to clean up some of these rice a little bit, maybe. It's smelling pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I haven't added too many different things to it. Like, it's just garlic and onions right now. But it's smelling pretty nice. See if I can get this up close to the camera.
You got the sauteed onions in there. You got the garlic going. Oil. That's fragrant.
It's a good amount of flavors. And then I'm going to have these andouille sausages to help out too.
Oh, I should have taken butler.
It's going to be real good. It's going to be real
What kind of sausage is that?
Smoked andouille sausages.
Oh.
From Darty.
Yeah, this basketball game actually is good.
Yeah, it's been the only one in this series that hasn't been a blowout.
I think it's been an average of 15 points. I've kind of checked out on Miami and Boston.
It's been a good series. Like, it's been back and forth. They've just all been blowouts.
It's weird. How is the other team always better by 15 points?
It makes no sense to me.
You just beat these exact same guys.
Okay, it's time to start adding water little by little. And it says to constantly be stirring. So I'm
Yep.
gonna have to be over the friggin' pan, just kind of eyeballing it and stirring it and giving it my go-to.
You got a go-to stir move?
Yeah, I may have drank that Red Bull way too fast. I'm gonna probably get a headache here in a second.
I get a headache if I don't have a Red Bull.
Yeah, I didn't have any coffee today, so that kind of like put me on my butt.
I've been trying not to drink Red Bull because the dentist yelled at me, but if I don't have one by like 8:30, I have a headache.
Switch over
And
to
I
that sugar-free, my man.
probably should.
That's what I drink.
My solution was to start shotgunning him. He's like, if you have to drink it all right away. I said, okay. So I have a little keychain hanging off my toolbox at work that I just stab the can and pound it. But maybe sugar-free is a better, more healthy choice.
That's what I do. I do sugar-free, but I drink like a shitload of root beer too.
Root beer's good. We got Sprecher up here. It's awesome.
I've been pounding some Hanks. I just had some Bulldog today.
I've never had Bulldog.
It's all right. It's got this really, really strong, like kind of vanilla-y flavor to it.
Oh, I like that.
But it's a little bitter too. It's interesting. It's an interesting combo.
Top 10 root beers in America.
I'm a big Hanks guy. Hanks root beer is really good.
Let's see. Marketing91.com says the top 10 in the world. Number one is Barks. I'm not reading any further. Your entire article is bullshit.
I mean, like, I guess it makes sense. It's in every fucking fast food restaurant.
That is possibly the worst.
I don't mind it with a burger.
This one has mug at 13, which I respect, but it also wants me to click next for every single one. So I don't think
that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
I'm not doing that. Fuck your list. There's a list of 23. That seems excessive. On a list of 23, Sioux City root beer is number one. This stuff looks legit.
Sioux City Sarsaparilla is my favorite soda of all time.
It's got a black and white picture of an 1800s guy on the front with made with cane sugar. This looks real.
Yeah, any Sioux City product is going to be solid. Their cream soda is really good. Their sarsaparilla is really good. The root beer is really good. Sioux City just makes good shit.
Oh.
Risotto check. Update. Here's how it's looking.
43 grams of sugar. It's kind of a lot. Starting to brown up. Looking good.
Yep, starting to look a little like porridge. I think we're getting some good consistency.
All right. These guys have Barks number 2. What is the deal with Barks?
I think out of all the mainstream ones, between it's between Barks and Mug that get the most love.
Oh man.
But as far as like mainstream root beer goes, I kind of like Barks. It's all right. It's got to be fountain though.
Fresh root beer. Culver's has excellent fountain root beer.
Culver's is mwah. I just went there this Monday.
Oh, it's fantastic. Ours burned down, but they're building a new one. It has signage, so it has to be close. A&W 5th. IBC. I've heard of that.
IBC is really good. I think that's what Olive Garden uses too.
Dad's. That tastes like Barks. I'm not whatever that style is.
Dad's is all right. If you look, if they got Earp on there, Wyatt Earp root beer is really good.
Dang butterscotch root beer. This I might have shipped to my apartment.
I'm not a huge butterscotch guy though.
Achieve this form of original.
Risotto's coming along nicely. Thank you to Welcome to UAB for mentioning this one. This was his suggestion.
Dude, this sounds like a very solid dish.
If anybody has any other suggestions in the chat or you or on Twitter or anywhere, feel free to shoot them out to me because I take suggestions over almost anything.
All right.
The last one was a suggestion. It was a steak chimichurri that was really good.
What is a chimichurri?
It's kind of like it's like a green sauce. So it's cilantro, parsley, a little bit of garlic, and some olive oil, some lime juice, and it's like a sauce that you put over your steak.
Ooh.
So I cooked the steak, and then after the steak, I added an over easy egg, and then I threw the chimichurri sauce on there, and it was really good.
Fancy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it took
dog
about,
and suds. I forgot all about dog and suds. I haven't had that in forever.
that stuff's good.
That's good root beer. Hank's 19. This list
Hanks
is
is mwah. I love Hanks. I'm
This
so
list is
nostalgic for Hanks, though.
messed up. I guess I just don't agree with the root beer community on a lot of
Boom.
things.
There's the suggestion right there, chicken Alfredo. So next week we're making chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo is solid. I make lamb chops in the Ninja Foodie that are really good.
Ooh.
I got a Ninja Foodie for Christmas. Possibly the greatest gift I've ever gotten.
Yeah, those
It's a
things are
pressure
awesome.
cooker. It's a pressure cooker. Nailed it. And air fryer, and you can make like beef jerky and yogurt and shit in there, which I wouldn't probably do, but I could. But it makes really good meatballs and all kinds of shit.
That does sound really good.
Aldi used to have ground lamb. I would get ground lamb from them and make meatballs out of it. You know, they're adorable, and I really hate to say it, but they're delicious.
I mean, they are. Like, lamb is objectively really good. Like, a lamb gyro is fucking
I hate how much I like it. I really do.
Okay.
So do you brown up the sausages in a separate pan?
The sausages are right here. I'm going to throw them in once it's kind of all ready.
Oh, you cook them right in the rice and stuff.
I will, yeah. I will end up cooking them right in the rice there. This is the fun part of this, because this is basically just me stirring for the next, 20 minutes. Because you got to keep stirring it so the oil doesn't just build up everywhere. And the heat has to get evenly distributed on the rice. Who's ready for some college football win total talk, by the way?
Ooh, I am. I haven't really looked into college football very much. I am ready to. I'm for sure going to go alt spread with Alabama when they play A&M. I think Saban's going to want to beat them by 40.
Yeah, I think Saban's going hard on that one. I think that's going to be a message game.
But I haven't thought about
this, and B, they lost to him last year. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, there was already the revenge angle. And now there's he bought every player on his team. Actually, this guy's more of an asshole angle.
A lot of good angles for Saban to abuse there. So I wonder, anyone else fucking made risotto before? Because I hope I'm doing it right.
I didn't know for sure. I just knew it was a rice type thing. So I've definitely never made it before.
I am going to add a little spice to it. I'm going to add some crushed red pepper, I think. Just to season it up a little. Oh, you really can't stop stirring, or else this just really sits. Stirring away all my problems. I saw that my buddy was saying, I think,
music going.
What was that?
Should get some stirring music going.
You know, let me see. I'm going to pause stirring for a second to see if I can add some music. Let's do it. Let's get some vibes.
Man, that stash is legit. You're like a football Mark Rebellet. Rebellet? How do you say that guy's name?
We're vibing now.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. You know what I've found writing blogs and writing up these podcasts episodes and shit, I listen to a lot of like lo-fi hip hop study music.
Oh, dude, it's the best. It's the best for
That's
when I'm doing like, whenever I'm doing visual effects or whenever I'm writing. Yeah.
It's perfect. I can't have anything with lyrics if I'm gonna think, but classical music, I have to really be in a certain mood for it.
No, I'll do lo-fi, or I'll do like they call it the genre new jazz.
I found some stuff on Spotify. DJ Jazzy Jeff does a lot of instrumental stuff now. Which I was like, oh, he's still actually making music. I don't know what this genre.
This is a vibe right here, yeah. This is some good stirring music.
That's stirring music. Absolutely.
Go back to the comments.
I don't know what this song is. Give me some info. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
I've got everything up here. I'm doing pretty good. We're cooking everything out right now, so what's going to go on, this is going to be porridge-like in consistency, but it's going to be nice, soft rice. I'm going to add in this andouille sausage, and I'm going to add some of this Parmesan. Actually, I'm going to add some of this Parmesan right now.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Yeah, I like to have Parmesan while it's cooking, not just on top when it's done. Let's see. Genre, it says trap/wave.
Oh, wave, yeah. Wave is like a very instrumental, vibey sort of music.
Yeah. DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Still making music.
Living a better life than Will Smith at the moment.
At the moment.
Not overall. Well, overall happiness, probably DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I'd probably air to him maybe just by a smidge.
Yeah. Fiscally, it's definitely still Will Smith.
Well, I mean, when your box office movies make like 100 million each.
You couldn't make a movie in the 90s without him. If you want Whack Arnold, you got to go through me. Type of a thing.
This is coming out pretty good, I think. Once I get to the 45-minute mark or the 15-minute mark, I think I'm going to add. So I got about 15 minutes to go. I'm going to add my sausage and then take everything out.
Yep. You never want to put the sausage in right away. You want to get the rice pretty close.
You got to before you put in the sausage, you got to get it nice and ready, and like you can't go in too early or else you're going to fuck everything up.
Yep. Yeah, you got to soften up the rice.
It's coming along real nice though. Maybe a little too much water there, but that's fine.
Early reviews I'm getting from my friends and acquaintances are this new Top Gun movie is good.
I have heard many good things about Top Gun Maverick or whatever the hell it's called. It sounds really good.
I'm not doing shit all weekend. I've been known to catch a solo movie. Maybe I'll do it.
One of the greatest joys in life is going to a movie by yourself, in my opinion.
Oh, dude. I don't think a lot of people do it. I'm not sure, but it's the way to go. I went to see A Quiet Place by myself. It was fantastic.
Oh, same thing. I did that same movie. I think my favorite, though, that I saw by myself was probably Hateful Eight.
That's a good one, too, because it's just a long, quiet movie. You have to sit and pay attention.
And the one I went to, they even had an intermission during the movie.
Oh, perfect. theaters have really gone downhill since COVID. I was at one here that used to be nice and is now garbage. Like the kids working there don't care. The whole place is sticky and gross.
Yikes! I haven't been to a theater actually since COVID, so I haven't experienced that yet. I hope the one close to me isn't that bad because I want to go catch a movie sometime soon.
Well, I'm gonna go check out my local one for Top Gun. I think
I used to go all the time because I had that AMC subscription.
Ah.
So you could go to like 3 a week for free, but you paid like $20 a month.
Oh, we have all Marcus cinemas here. We don't have AMC's. There's a couple, but
this is when I lived in Los
mostly
Angeles.
Marcus. Showtimes, selected dates. Oh, ooh, Bob's Burgers movie though. I might do the thing where you go see one movie and then sneak into the other one.
That's not a bad idea.
No, I told my daughter I would take her to see Bob's Burgers. I can't go to that by myself.
Oh, you can't.
Gotta do Top Gun instead. Luxury seating. Well, I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, intermission.
I'm gonna let all this cook out now. Not add water here for a second. You don't want to overwater your risotto, people. Brussels sprouts coming along nicely. Oh, music keeps cutting out on me because probably don't have best connection. Just stirring up the risotto, keeping it nice and even across.
All right.
Things are heating up here in the kitchen. Okay, so music keeps cutting off. I'm turning this shit off.
I hate that.
Boom. But we're back to stirring. It's going pretty good.
It brings back that same CD skip anger.
Yep.
Like when I'm trying to listen to a good song and people keep texting me.
I hate that. I hate that so goddamn much.
College football. What do you got for me? Lines, Heisman, championship. I don't see totals. Let's look at Heisman odds.
Oh yeah, look at them Heisman.
CJ Stroud, I got. Well, these are offshore.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is plus 234, and then Bryce Young is plus 340. Caleb Williams plus 780. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think.
I think it's going to be Stroud.
Politically, I don't think. There's got to be some people that are pissed off about the whole thing.
I also don't think USC is going to be good enough for him to like have
that too. He's not good enough to lift that program up.
Yeah.
So that's a bad bet. And then everybody else is a long shot.
I don't hate CJ Stroud. I think that's probably my play. Yeah,
I mean, why not? That seems like a super safe bet.
What's Ohio State's odds to win the Big Ten?
I'm trying to find. My bookie only has like Heisman and national championship.
Well, what's their national championship odds?
Let's see here. National championship odds. Alabama plus 190, Georgia plus 330, Ohio State plus 480, Clemson plus 1175.
I like that Ohio State number.
That's pretty good. Almost 5-1. It probably is 5-1 at the legal places. Let's see. Yeah. Wow, the Tigers have really fallen. 75-1. Actually, both Tigers. LSU is 75-1. Auburn 110.
That sounds about right.
Yep. A&M with their number one recruiting class, 23-1.
Yeah, but A&M, I just can't picture them winning a natty.
They got no way. They got week 1 lines, but not season totals. I'm gonna go to DraftKings. DraftKings probably has them.
I got enough Parmesan cheese in here to make it nice and flavorful.
It's got to be almost sausage time.
It almost is. Let me check the timer. We still got about 5 minutes. Smelling pretty good, though.
Someplace called gamblingsites.com. That sounds legit.
That sounds like the most legit gambling site I've ever heard of.
They say we should take Clemson under 10.5.
10.5? What 3 teams is what 4 teams
are going to
what 3 teams are beating Clemson in the ACC? If it's 10.5, I can maybe see 2 teams beating them, but that's still like a stretch.
Yeah, they're basically saying they're going to suck because Venables and the quarterback.
I think DJ could still be pretty decent. I'm just going to add the sausage now. I'm making an executive decision. It's sausage time, boys.
Love it. Love everything about it. Kentucky over 8, they say.
Yeah, I don't hate that. They're still going to be really good.
Michigan under 9.5. Really?
That is an interesting one.
College football playoff team.
Yeah, but there could be like a hangover for a team like Michigan.
And they lost their best players. And Harbaugh, I think when Harbaugh beat Ohio State, he felt like he'd accomplished his goals.
But you could also view that as like now he's got the monkey off of his back, and he might be able to do it again.
Could be. Oklahoma over 9.
They're still really good. Venables is still a good coach. They still have a lot of good players.
I think Venables is exactly the kind of coach they needed.
They're still the cream of the crop in the Big 12.
Dylan Gabriel. I don't know anything about this kid.
He was really good at UCF. Has a cannon for an arm. Kind of a bigger guy.
59 touchdowns, 13 picks. Not bad.
He's pretty good.
Completes 60% of his passes in college. That's pretty good.
I think he just got injured last year.
Wow.
A little bit more. You know what? I'm not a little bit more garlic.
This article here says I should look at their national championship odds.
Oklahoma's?
Yeah.
Well, that's insane, but okay.
Aggies over 9. 9 seems like a low number for these.
That's usually their number, though. Since he's gotten there, I don't think Jimbo's won more than 9 games.
I bet that's when people bet over all the time and lose.
Probably.
Texas under 9. Plus 105. I love everything about that.
Lock that up. Lock that up.
Lock that up. I mean, are you kidding me? I don't even need to read why I should do that. 4-1 last year, but then lost 6 in a row. Yep. I was on Kansas money line that day. And boy, was that fun.
Me and Chase, we called that Kansas upset preseason.
I think I remember that.
Hell yeah.
They talked about it on SGPN too when you guys said that, I believe.
Well, I know Colby
There
was
has to be a reason. Maybe that's why I bet it. It has to be something somebody said.
Well, I know Colby was definitely on Kansas.
Yeah.
Because he was on their over.
That's definitely who talked me into it. Yes, I remember that was a big thing for him last year.
He was on Kansas over 2.5 wins.
Yeah.
It was like his lock of the fucking century.
They're not gonna go 10-2.
Who? Texas? Fuck
yeah. No way.
Okay, kind of let that chill. Let me move this.
You see Bijan Robinson got a free Lamborghini?
I did. He's sponsored by like Texas Lamborghini or something like that.
Yeah. He has 6 NIL deals.
Man, it's good to be a fucking college athlete.
He gets free Lamborghinis, free Raising Canes, free C4 energy drinks. I mean,
I would take the Raising Canes and the C4 in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. All right, that was an article about college win totals. Here we go. collegefootballnews.com. These guys seem serious. Well, these are just...
Now it's time to add some butter.
Now you're talking my language. How much butter? Half a stick?
I don't know. I used about like a third of a stick, I think. A quarter of a stick.
You got a lot of oil in there in the first place, so.
Butter's just kind of to tie everything together.
Alabama 11.5. Boy, that's.
Give me that under.
Clemson 10.5.
If I had to pick one, I'd pick under. I could see them winning 10, but I'm probably not playing that at all.
Yeah, I'm not playing that one at all. Florida 7. I don't know anything about Florida enough to bet it. 7 seems low.
7 seems about right, but I will lean over.
Georgia 11.5, same as.
Give me the under.
Bama. Kansas 2.5 again. I'll await Colby's word before I move on that. Who's gonna have Michigan State 8? That's interesting.
Under. I mean, 8's kind of the perfect number for them.
Yeah.
But they lose a decent amount.
Texas Tech 6 only, not 6.5. 6. A lot of round numbers here.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of even numbers for this.
Full numbers.
Now we just kind of wait.
1.
Now we wait on the Brussels sprouts. While we're waiting, I'm going to put this rice away.
Oh, the under on Bama is minus 180. Gross.
I mean, like, the chances they're going to lose, like, you got to feel they're going to lose one game.
Yep. Well, this Odds Shark has Texas under at minus 125.
If you can get it at plus, get it at plus.
Take that, but
I think this came out pretty well. At least it smells and looks pretty good.
You've been following all the steps correctly.
Good call. Welcome to UAB. My man coming up for a meal. Chicken Alfredo should be an interesting one next week.
Oh, yeah. I like to get some asparagus in there.
Ooh, yeah, I love a good asparagus.
I swap out. Instead of broccoli, I use asparagus.
I like broccoli a lot, though.
What the hell do I put in there? What's something else? Asparagus, carrots. I can't remember. I haven't made it in a while. It used to be my staple.
Make sure you guys, when you're working in the kitchen, when like you got some time to kill, just put some stuff away. It makes it easier for you in the future. Actually, I'm going to keep this Parmesan out because I'm going to add some on top there when we're done.
That's a good call.
That's the move, I think.
That's a nice finishing touch for a presentation.
Oh, buddy. It's been a long day.
Did you work today too?
Hell yeah, I did.
Oh, I took off. I took today off. I took a nap and then I started watching Stranger Things, and I think I checked out after like half an episode. It may have fallen off. I'm not sure.
I haven't watched Stranger Things since season 1, so.
How many times can kids be chased around by a monster, and how many times can you make that interesting?
How many seasons have they done?
I mean, this will be 4, and I'm sure they're still making money.
The Brussels sprouts still aren't ready
So.
yet. Oh. You know what else I can do, though? Get my glass of wine ready.
Whoa.
Oh, if I had a wine glass only.
The video cut out and it looked like you teleported.
Maybe I did.
I think you did. I'm pretty sure it happened. Because
I'm
the
going
audio
to
didn't
find a wine glass. I'll be right back.
Don't threaten us. All right. What do we do if it starts on fire? Do we yell? Is there a button we can push for that? What, you got the spoon in there?
Got it. This will work.
Okay, so far. That's our white wine glass.
That's our white wine glass. I'm going to use the same wine that I was cooking with.
Ah, yes. Cooking wine.
It's not cooking wine. It's a regular Moscato.
What makes cooking wine? Anyway.
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm not a big wine guy.
That's the internet. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm not what you call in the biz a wino.
The difference between the two wines is the quality of the drink. Regular wine is finer, more flavorful, and will have a stronger taste in your dishes. Cooking wine is a go-to wine that will add the flavor you need, but will not be enjoyable to drink. Oh, well then, I mean, if you're cooking with wine, are you not drinking the wine as well?
I mean, if you're only using, you usually don't drink cooking wine. I know that much.
No, it looks like that's frowned upon or not recommended.
I would believe that. That sounds about right. I think we're coming up on the, let me see what the timer's at. 8 minutes? Yeah, let me take this Brussels sprouts out, let them cool a little bit.
Oh, wow. Based on Twitter, it looks like the refs decided what would have been an exciting basketball game. So, par for the course there.
That started, Jesus fucking Christ. Sounds about right, I was going to say. Okay, so I just burnt some oil on myself. It's fine. We're all good.
Moving on.
Wasn't
You're gonna have
expecting
to
that.
wear protective footwear in the kitchen.
Let's get the Brussels sprouts ready.
I'm at an age where I can't sit with my leg bent for more than a few minutes.
These are kind of oily, but I think that'll be all right.
Oh, come on. Are you telling me the Astros aren't going to score some runs tonight? Dude, I am so bad at baseball. I mean, oh yeah, they're down 6-1. I bet the Astros team total, they're down 6-1. I mean, it's crazy. Hockey, I've been killing it. Baseball, I can't win a bet. I'm just going to stay away from baseball from now on. I'm going to find something else to bet in the summer.
God
What
damn
else
it.
is going on in June and July?
Besides baseball, soccer.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't know about that. I can't do that. I'd probably be worse at that than baseball. Maybe I'll get into UFC.
Yeah, you can bet
UFC.
UFC. There's like international.
Go back to horses like back when COVID took everything away.
Yeah, exactly. Just go back to horses.
I got no problem doing that.
Okay, now the last little bit of touch I'm going to do for these Brussels sprouts is I'm putting a little balsamic glaze on there.
Looks like Miss Katie Mox is in New York. Not sure. She's all over the place. She's on TV now.
Here are the Brussels sprouts.
Ooh, what is on them?
Balsamic vinaigrette.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get a bowl for my risotto. Make sure I get plenty of sausage in there.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff right there.
It better be. This is my dinner.
Cooking show was a great idea, man.
It came out pretty nice. That could look better, but that's the risotto.
Nice.
Okay, let me grab a fork to eat with.
That's very risotto-esque.
I have my wine, my Brussels sprouts, and my fork. How long bro, have you ever had Brussels sprouts before? Yeah, I've had Brussels sprouts before.
How did you prepare the Brussels sprouts?
I roasted them. I roasted them in the oven.
Oh.
So I flavored them a little bit, threw them in the oven, roasted them up, put balsamic vinegar on.
My sister roasts broccoli and cauliflower like that with oil and seasoning.
They're still really hot. They're still really hot.
I couldn't tell if it was delicious or screaming hot.
They are good, but they are very hot. Use the wine to cool it down. They are good, though. Let's try some of this risotto. Big old bite there. It's good. It is really good. I hate to say it. It could have sat in the water. I could have used more water and cooked it longer.
Yep.
A couple pieces of rice are still a little tough.
That's the mistake I often make with rice too.
It's really good though. It is good. It's very cheesy. This is really good though. Welcome to UAB had a fucking great idea with this one.
I feel inspired to try a risotto.
If you want to feel fancy, go for it. Oh, so hot. Oh,
Yeah, man, it was just on an open flame.
oh my God.
Dude, now, is it the algorithm making assumptions about me, or do you get ladies of the night tweets in your feed once in a while?
I request Lady of the Night tweets.
Every once in a while, it'll be like just some young lady who's in Vegas making the most of things. And I'm like, oh, clearly the algorithm thinks I need to get out more.
Maybe you should pay a lady of the night to visit.
Yep. I haven't been to Vegas in a long time. My buddy's bachelor party in 2012, 2013. I wanted to go for the tournament, but then we started the podcast and that took all of our time. So next tournament, maybe Super Bowl. I don't know. I want to go when Sean and Ryan are out there and all
That'd
you
be really
guys are
fun.
going to hang out with everybody.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah, it would be cool to have a couple beers with Colby and just talk about football for 6 hours.
I assume you should talk your ear off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand how he fits all that college football numbers and knowledge in his brain.
He doesn't have any room for anything else.
He
I just spilled
definitely doesn't
wine.
know how to make a risotto.
I just spilled wine all over myself.
Oh, man. This is going, I was thinking about how uneventful this had gone thus far. And you really, since you spilled hot oil on your foot, I mean, you really
I'm
made
like
up for it.
covered in white wine.
I'm so glad I didn't go to bed.
So I'm gonna call this an overall success. Risotto came out
Definitely.
really good. Nice and cheesy and creamy. It's not too oily.
If you have leftovers tomorrow, that rice will finish when you heat it up, and it'll be amazing.
There are no leftovers when I'm cooking. I think that'll do it for this episode of Cooking with Jim. Making risotto. Tune in next week. Yep, that's the timer right there.
There we go.
We beat it. Another victory for me. I'm
Excellent.
going to give this a 7 out of 10.
I had a blast. Let's
It was
do this
awesome.
again.
Love you guys. Tune in next week when I make chicken Alfredo.
Beautiful. Later, Jim.
Later, boys. You guys, everybody have a good time. And remember, stay garage certified. Boobity bop, boop, beep, bop, boobity bop, bop.